Hello. If you found this video, it's because you think you suck at Path of Exile. And I'll tell you, most people do, including myself. I'm going to give you about 6 tips like that. It'd be so quick that this video, you could just exit out if you know anything about Path of Exile, because it's so basic and so dumb that if you don't know these things, I don't know how you've even played the game yet, to be honest. So let's just get started right now. Go. All right. For the people that want to play hardcore, this is by far the most important page in the game. If you're playing softcore, it's still important, but far less important because there's so much less to lose. So in hardcore, you need to focus on 3 things to just get the maps. I swear on my life: armor, life, and resistances. Your armor reduces your physical damage taken. So your physical reduction can get up to 90%. Just get armor. Stack that armor. Your resistances: fire, cold, lightning, chaos. Fire, lightning, cold can get up to 75%. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Chaos, don't worry about that. You're not even going to probably find almost anything that's going to do chaos damage to you until after Act 10. And lastly, life. Life, obviously, if it goes to 0, you die. So you need a lot of life. You need about 4K, 4,500 to finish Act 10 in most people's opinions. Depending on your build and your skill set, it could be less, could be more. If it's more, you're probably honestly shit and you should go to softcore for a while. Next up, how do you want to kill things? What kind of archetype, what kind of build archetype are you looking to play? Do you want to play melee? Maybe don't if it's your first time or you're bad at the game. You want to play ranged? Not a bad idea, but make sure it's a tanky ranged character. Or, in my opinion, play a minion build, play a totem build, play something that you can put the damage down and run away about it. A lot of people, they die because they got to do damage while they're dodging and running away from things. Minion builds, totem builds, you don't do that. You put it down and you run. You run until the guy dies, until the boss, the minions, the whatever it is, dies. Okay? So just play something that you can put your damage down and scoot the boot, you know what I'm saying? That, in my opinion, is probably your best bet in being successful in your first time, your first run, trying to get through Act 10. It is extremely easy to do. There's a zillion and 5 guides on it. Just pick an archetype you want to play, though, because if you don't like minions, you're not going to have fun. You're not going to want to play the game. You're not going to get better. Fair enough? The next thing I'm going to talk about is knowledge of the game. Okay, this is just going to come with time, because there's no way you're going to learn everything there is in this fucking game with delve and fragments and essences and divination cards and how to craft and the best way to craft things and all this currency, you know? Just learn pretty much like this right here, this stuff. Learn what this stuff does, and maybe like these ones, you know, learn what those do before you get all overwhelmed or anything like that. Okay, you probably won't even find most of this stuff in Acts 1 through 10. You can, but you highly likely won't. And even if you do, you're going to use it inefficiently and incorrectly. So there's honestly no point in trying to get yourself to learn about things that are going to be irrelevant to you until you can get to a point where you understand what they do, how they work, when to use them, what to use them on, etc., 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 etc. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to talk about here is keeping it the fuck moving. Okay? Don't stop. Don't pick up every piece of gear you find. Don't waste your time. Okay? If you find a piece of gear in Act 1, the likelihood that you are not going to change that piece of gear by Act 2, Act 3, maybe, depending on what it is 0. Okay? You are going to constantly find upgrades. 1 through 10. Act 1 through 10. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Okay? It's a waste of time to pick up everything and to check it out and to sit in your base and to look at it, do this, do that, the other thing. Don't stall. Keep it moving, but make sure your defenses are good. And make sure that your offense is good enough to kill things while you continue to run. Never stop. Don't stop. There's no reason to stop in this game. Okay? You just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, and eventually you'll get to Katava and you'll dig them down, baby. Hey, that's it. If you made it this far, I just want to thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you, and I hope your Path of Exile time goes a little bit better than mine. Because honestly, I fucking hate it. I suck at it in every league. I die at least 3 times, and I waste a good 16 to 20 hours of my life. Good luck.